The NFL owners voted at the owners' meetings today to change the overtime rules for the postseason only, allowing both teams and quarterbacks to get a chance. And I truly don't like anything about what transpired today. I've been very outspoken. I would have kept the overtime rules as is. There are three phases of football: offense, defense, special teams. Three ways to win. Play ball. Fans and people in the league don't like the old flip of the coin before overtime. Felt like it was too fluky. All right, I disagree, so let's change the flip of the coin and let the home team get the ball first in overtime. This way, get rid of the flip. Nope, that wasn't going to satisfy the media elite. So we talked about the two proposals that were out there yesterday on Time to Shine, and I favored the one where if you're going to make the change, if you scored in the first possession in overtime, the game was only over if you decided to go for two and you made it. I love that. Strategy, elements of offense, defense, special teams. And we stressed the one thing that we needed: continuity, regular season, postseason. We didn't get it. I mean, this is crazy to me. These coaches have enough trouble managing a game now, and you're going to have new rules for the playoffs? Oh, good. Look, I wanted the Bills and Josh Allen to get a chance in the worst possible way. I love Josh Allen. I love the Buffalo Bills. I wanted them to win the Super Bowl. They didn't lose it because of overtime and rules. They lost it in the final 13 seconds of regulation. But Adam, it's not fair. The Chiefs won the coin flip, and of course they were going to win. Well, how about literally the next week when they also won the flip of the coin against the Bengals? They couldn't move the ball, and they lost. They lost. So come on, that's a joke. And if at the end of the day, you don't think there should be the same rules for the end of the regular season and the postseason, the entire regular season and the postseason, then you didn't watch the last game of the year between the Raiders and the Chargers, loaded with implications for those teams, for the Steelers, for the seeding in the postseason. The regular season overtime rules should be the same as Championship Sunday. Championship Sunday should have the same set of rules as Colts-Titans Week 3 on CBS. And please don't tell me it's about player safety. They expanded the games in the season, and I'm cool with that. Understands? I mean, this really drives me crazy. Everybody loves offense. Everybody loves quarterbacks. This was a big overreaction, and it fixed nothing. The Niners brass is in lockstep on keeping Jimmy G. Oh, good. For a group of smart people, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch continue to baffle when it comes to the most important position in all of sports, the quarterback. Let's go in order here. They should have signed Tom Brady in 2020 to win the Super Bowl. We first guessed that. We begged them for it. They wanted to trade for Matthew Stafford, and the Rams beat him to the punch, then beat him in the NFC title game en route to the championship. Kyle overreacted, made an insane trade, moving up from 12 to 3 in the draft, giving up 3 first rounds in the process. He told the press he didn't know, remember this last year, if Jimmy G would be alive by the Sunday after the draft, let alone on the team. They picked a talented project in Trey Lance, but a player who barely played in college and clearly wasn't ready. Jimmy stayed on the team. Jimmy started. Jimmy won a lot of games. Jimmy's teammates absolutely love him. Jimmy is good, but not good enough to win big. Jimmy just had shoulder surgery, so there's no market for him. You can't trade him. And now, here we are. And if Jimmy G's on the team, there's a realistic chance he's going to win the job. And if Trey Lance isn't ready to win a Super Bowl after being the 3rd overall pick, when Mac Jones would have been safe and akin to what Kyle had previously with Kirk Cousins and Matt Ryan, there's a problem here. The Niners are loaded. The Niners are smart. That's why none of this at the quarterback position makes any sense at all. Matt Rule says he expects there to be at least one quarterback picked in the top 10 of the NFL draft. Same, Matt Rule. And at the end of the day, the Carolina Panthers absolutely must be that team. They must be in the quarterback business. I love the Matt Rule hire. I have been dead wrong. He's been totally lost. The quarterback position has been terrible, from Teddy Bridgewater to Sam Darnold to Cam Newton to P.J. Walker to trying to get Deshaun Watson in back-to-back off seasons. Nothing has worked. They could have picked a quarterback at 8 last year, but opted for a talented corner in J.C. Horn instead. Malik Willis would be dreamy, and there's a very realistic chance he's there for the Panthers at 6. They need him. Willis has an unreal arm, the athleticism, the smarts, the leadership that scream franchise quarterback, that scream the next Josh Allen. And like Josh Allen, you might need a year coming out of a smaller school before he shines. But if Willis is gone, and he might be, Kenny Pickett makes sense too. I love Pickett. Willis has a higher upside, but Pickett was great at Pittsburgh, and his floor is Ryan Tannehill. He's going to be a really strong quarterback. Matt Rule has been swinging and missing in Cecil Fielder-like fashion at the quarterback position. There's no more messing around here. Listen to your own words. Take a quarterback in the top 10. So much to talk out on a Tuesday. Starting in the NBA, where Nikola Jokic had another wow performance last night. 26 points, 19 rebounds, 11 assists. So, should the Joker be the favorite to win the NBA MVP? Let's talk this out together. Absolutely, he should be. And I know Joel Embiid is still the favorite by a hair in Vegas, but our friend Timmy Bontemps over at ESPN, he did a straw poll and released it on ESPN.com of the voters, and Jokic right now is the clear leader in the clubhouse. And look at the triple doubles, 19, first. And I don't want to hear voters tell me that they're concerned about Jokic is not an all-timer and he'd be back-to-back league MVP, and that's reserved for players who have rarefied air. Look, Joel Embiid is having a terrific season. Jokic's season, better. I mean, look at the surrounding talent. Look at what Jokic has been able to do. Look at how well-rounded he is. I think if Jokic played for a team like the Boston Celtics or the LA Lakers or the Chicago Bulls, I wouldn't even have to sell you on how this is an absolute no-brainer. Look, Devin Booker's had a sensational season. I'd put him third on the list, but right now, 2 weeks left in the regular season. It's a regular season award without question. After another great night last night, another triple-double, 19th of the year, our guy Nikola Jokic is absolutely the MVP and worthy of being back-to-back league MVP. To Major League Baseball, where the Angels haven't made the postseason since 2014. So is this the year LA finally gets back to the playoffs? Let's talk this one out. Look, we launched Time to Shine in 2015. We have never, ever had an October of Time to Shine with the Angels in the postseason. I think the Angels absolutely can make the playoffs. You see Noah Syndergaard looking great in the Angel Red. Listen, the projected rotation is solid. It's better than it's been in prior years. Shohei Ohtani is a unicorn. The bullpen is solid. And the lineup is absolutely legit. You know, Ohtani and Trout, two of the best players in the game. Joe Adell had a rough go of it as a neophyte last year, but he certainly has a lot of talent. Rendon in the middle of that lineup is strong, and honestly, I'm just praying to the sports gods that we get Trout, best baseball player I've ever seen, and Shohei Ohtani into the postseason. It would be so great for baseball. I think that it's going to be very tough for any team out west to make the playoffs via the wild card. I think, and we'll make our picks officially and lock it in next Wednesday before the baseball season starts, but the American League East is loaded. I think you're going to see all the wild cards come out of the AL East. The Astros are not the same team when you look at the American League West. Carlos Correa is no longer walking through that door. So I think the Angels have a realistic chance of winning the division. So as we talk it out, it's going to be that annual tradition on Time to Shine where I'm just going to try to will the Angels into the playoffs because we need to see Trout and Ohtani on center stage. But really, this time, I mean it. It's going to happen. NFL. Giants owner John Mara insisted over the weekend that New York is not actively shopping running back Saquon Barkley, but should they be doing the opposite? Should the Giants be making calls to other teams about Saquon Barkley? Let's talk this out together. Schein, the Impressive new Giants general manager talked to the press at the owners' meetings yesterday about this. See, the Giants should be calling every team in the NFL about Saquon Barkley. Here's the truth, and it hits home exactly why Dave Gettleman is no longer employed. Nobody wants Saquon. Saquon Barkley, his rookie year was majestic when he was healthy. Since then, Saquon Barkley has done absolutely nothing. There were a couple of teams we talked about when the offseason started that in theory could be looking at Saquon as a backup with starter potential. The Miami Dolphins, right? We've talked about Miami. They brought in Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert. And those guys, no-brainers. They're better than Saquon Barkley. We mentioned the Buffalo Bills. The Bills brought in Duke Johnson as a backup. The Buffalo Bills are better off with Devin Singletary as their starter and Duke Johnson as their backup. I don't address this topic with any joy or jubilation, even though I was right in terms of they needed to draft a quarterback, or most especially Quentin Nelson with that number 2 overall pick. The league's better when Saquon is sizzling and the Giants are relevant. Saquon Barkley can't stay on the field. There's no chance he's going to be a Giant in 2023. And honestly, of course they should shop him. Problem is, nobody wants Saquon Barkley. Can't stay on the field. Staying in the NFL, Chiefs offense has had some major subtractions while the rest of the AFC has improved. So does Kansas City have enough offense to compete in the AFC? Let's talk this out. This is crazy, but I believe that the Chiefs right now are the 9th best offense in the AFC. Here's Patrick Mahomes. You have Andy Reid. The wide receivers are weak. The running back is weak. The tight end is historic. The Bills, Dolphins, Titans, Chargers, Ravens, Raiders, Browns, and Broncos, in my opinion, all have better offenses. I didn't even include the Indianapolis Colts because they still need wide receivers. I'm going to say that again. Right now, as we speak, there's still more for the offseason, draft, free agency. The Kansas City Chiefs have the 9th best offense on paper in the AFC. Not the NFL, the AFC. Last place in the AFC West.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.